What's up, guys? JB Smooth here, one half of the tag team of Woodward ringside, myself and KG of Night of Champions this past weekend that took place in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. We saw 6 great matches, starting the night out with Cody Rhodes being crowned King of the Ring, beating Randy Orton as the two went back and forth trying to gain the edge on the other. And we even saw a little bit of heelish activities coming from Cody Rhodes, so that could be a sign for the near future as how Cody could be turning heel very, very soon. And it also goes to show that next time when he does have that opportunity to go up against John Cena, he is not going to hesitate to pull the trigger and do some heelish activities when it comes to getting this title back.
Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the King of the Ring tournament final. And listen, Cody was the right winner. It was very, very predictable that he was going to win this match. You wonder what they will do with Randy going forward. But for Cody, it's about getting him to SummerSlam to face John Cena in the main event for the WWE Championship. The big buzz around town is, when is the heel turn coming for Cody Rhodes? Because he went out on Fan Fest for SummerSlam and he alluded to some of these things, him getting fatigued with his character, maybe some of the fans getting fatigued with his face character, and it seems like a heel turn is imminent. There were some things in this match that you can point to that is maybe the building blocks of a Cody heel turn. And if you go back to the Royal Rumble, his match with Kevin Owens, everything makes sense. It seems like they're kind of building this thing up, and it's lining up to maybe even a double turn at SummerSlam in the main event between John Cena and Cody Rhodes, man. So stay tuned for that. Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez, and this was arguably my match of the night. And you can say what you want, but these ladies went out there and put on a show. They tore the house down, and for a rivalry that seemed like it was kind of thrown together, although these women have history going back to NXT, this didn't seem like they, this beef warranted a street fight. But for what they went out there and did, man, I was fully invested. I am so proud of Raquel Rodriguez. I thought that the proper winner was not named. Raquel should have won this match because Rhea Ripley, she's hot as fish grease. She can survive a loss of this magnitude. But for Raquel, this could have meant everything, man. Getting a dub over probably the best woman on the roster to date. Definitely interested to see what they do with Roxanne and Raquel going forward now that Liv Morgan is out of the Judgment Day demise that we all think is on the horizon.
Rhea Ripley took care of Raquel Gonzalez in the street fight. It's a bit of a bummer for Raquel because we all thought Rhea was going to take this victory. So, there's no surprise there. But, I still feel Rhea would still be as dominant in the women's division if she would have took a loss here at Night of Champions. I don't think it would have hurt her. I will say this has been one of the best singles matches Raquel has had in a while. So that shows a lot. Hopefully this is it for Rhea and the Judgment Day, going back and forth, whatever beef this is, and she can just look for brighter things in the future for Rhea because this is getting old. Karrion Kross losing to Sami Zayn in Riyadh, as over as he is over there and with the WWE Universe, just does not make sense to me. It just doesn't. Kross has worked too hard for this spotlight for WWE not to allow him to get this victory. I feel letting Sami win is a cheap way just to keep him relevant, when really the money is in Karrion Kross. That's who you should be investing more of your time in Karrion Kross. WWE, make it happen.
Both of these guys needed this dub going into this match, so that's what gave this match a little juice and a little intrigue. Shout out to Sami Zayn getting the dub. You could have went either way, although I really felt they should have gave this win to Karrion Kross just based on how hot he is right now, the promo work that he's been doing, and it seemed like WWE was finally starting to get behind him. But he takes the L here. What happens with him next, we don't know. I would put him in the Intercontinental title scene because Dom turning face right now. You got the implosion of Judgment Day. I feel like he would be a good opponent for Dom to defend that championship and maybe lose to. And shout out to Sami, man. He's getting his first PLE win in, I think, almost a year. So big shout out to him. It is well deserved. And I am interested to see what they do with Sami going forward, but he's another one that you cannot waste right now.
Solo winning the U.S. Championship is the way I would have went. in booking this, but I do see people's opinions when it says they should have just left the title on Jacob. Although I think right now this adds to more fuel to the fire for their upcoming matchup, which I think will be at SummerSlam. It just adds to the story a lot more. I do think the Samoan Werewolf and Jacob Fatu is going to have to restock his side of the bloodline, given that Solo has already restocked his with some Tungans, adding to Bloodline 2.0. So it's just interesting to see where the story will go from here and who Jacob decides to add to his side as well too. Could we see Jimmy and Jay come right back to help out Jacob? Who knows? Or is it Roman? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see for this one, but I'm interested in to see where the story goes.
The Queen of the Ring tournament final, Jade Cargill versus Asuka. And listen, this match got a lot of, to me, unwarranted criticism from Jade Cargill's standpoint. Listen, y'all, we know she is not all the way polished, but for what she is and where she is right now, she is doing an absolute great job. And I just feel like some of the fans need to just chill out on her a little bit. Yes, I'm going to defend her because to me, you could be doing a lot worse than Jade Cargill. And she went out there and had a pretty good match against one of the better top tier women of the WWE women's roster in Asuka. We all know what she does when she goes out there. So I felt like she could afford to lose in this spot. I didn't think they would push Jade just yet in this big spot, but it seems like they want her versus Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam.
Jade is your new Queen of the Ring, defeating Asuka, as I felt the crowd definitely fell out in this match, and it didn't really seem like a huge victory for Jade, even though it really should have been. This is a very big opportunity Jade has right now when it comes up to going up against Tiffany Stratton. I don't know if WWE is going to pull the trigger and allow her to get the title, and then you're still kind of wondering where Naomi sits with her cashing in the Money in the Bank, or if we see a return from Bianca and a little bit of a heel turn. I don't know. I mean, I feel like the story could do a lot with those three without the title, but then again, who knows?
John Cena versus CM Punk. Why we are all here, of course. And listen, man, John Cena was the predictable winner. We all knew it was coming. It was just about how they were going to get there. And listen, the interference spots, I'm not mad at, but the WrestleMania 40S style, interference spots, they getting a little overplayed. So WWE, you need to come up with a better method for these interference spots because it's getting a little tired, man. It really is. But it was entertaining no less, man. You had Seth come out there with his faction, the fake cash-ins. I'm kind of getting tired of that, but this was a credible fake cash-in, I guess you could say. He went out there, it looked like he was going to have everything in his favor. Then you got the Penta interference spot. Then you got the Sami Zayn interference spot. You had John Cena knocking out Charles Robinson, the other referee, coming down the ramp to maybe make the 1, 2, 3. And listen, they got to where they needed to get to. This was a finisher fest, but for the last time of John Cena and CM Punk linking up, I felt like the interference, you could have done without some of it. These guys gave it their all. I felt like the match itself was okay. This was one of the better matches in John Cena's heel turn, and I'm not mad at it. John Cena heading into SummerSlam as the champion, but will you get that double turn, I believe, is the question we need to be asking going into August, man.
And for the last time, John Cena ends up defeating CM Punk, which, if I'm grading this, I'm checking the box off for nostalgia purposes, but it still just wasn't what I wanted to see. I don't know if that was more on Cena's part or more on Punk's part, or maybe it was just all these run-ins and interference, which I don't think you needed all of those. I mean, hell, Penta took time just to get to the ring. The run-ins and interferences just took away from what this match could have been. Cena's moving on to Cody for SummerSlam, which people are a little hesitant about wanting to see this again. How it'll end, I'm not too sure. Where does this put Seth, given the Money in the Bank? And will CM Punk ever get another title reign, which I definitely think he should have. If I'm grading this, I'm giving it a B-. It was good, it just wasn't what I was expecting, nor was it what I wanted. So So we'll see what happens in the upcoming shows of Raw, SmackDown, and Saturday main event.
And overall, I felt like this was a really good PLE. Very, very entertaining. Predictable, yes. But once again, if you get that execution, sometimes you can deal with the predictability of some of these wrestling cards. But shout out to WWE Night of Champions. I give this the 1, 2, 3 count. Very, very entertaining from start to finish. The crowd made sure every match felt big. Every match felt like there was real stakes on the line. And for the most part, everybody went out there and executed.